Baruch Hashem, we're very grateful for the opportunity that we have right now. We're first and foremost have to thank Hashem for giving us a beautiful, healthy baby boy, Baruch Hashem, enabled us to arrive to this situation that we can gather for the Brit Yitzchak and B'ezras Hashem tomorrow have the Brit Milah on time, on the 8th day like Torah tells us to. So Baruch Hashem, we have to obviously always give gratitude and recognize how much good Hashem gives us in our lives, and we're able to gather in such a situation. Next, obviously, I have to thank my parents, but first of all, my in-laws, for opening their house so warmly for us. That we've been here the past week, we'll be here for another few weeks. They made such a beautiful meal for us. I said we have to do dairy, something small, and they said no, I don't have the baby, we want to do something nicer, so that mitzvah. So Baruch Hashem, thank you both, thank you to the Natian family for hosting, opening their house, making it not easy notice that we came home from the hospital yesterday, and tonight to have the Brit Yitzchak scheduled and clean the house and everything. It's not easy, so thank you to them. Obviously, thank you to my parents for their continuous support and everything that we've done, from the wedding, the engagement, the wedding, you name it. Until now, we've arrived to our first child's Brit Milah. And last, and certainly not least, we have to give all the credit to Naomi for everything she's done, carrying the baby, obviously, for almost 9 months, giving birth to the baby. It's not easy. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, a lot of different hormones. So I really love you very much. Thank you for everything that you've done for me. And Be'ezras Hashem, this is the first of many choshiyah, many smachot we'll celebrate together, Be'ezras Hashem. Very briefly, this week's parasha is Pekude. Pekude is the last of the 4 parashot that discuss the Mishkan. Pekude, if you want to be more exact, but the last of the 4 parashot that discuss the construction of the Mishkan. The Mishkan was the temporary dwelling of Hashem, His Shekhinah, in Am Yisrael. And there's a lot of discussion about it, but in Bekitzur, it exemplifies the Shekhinah, Hashem's Shekhinah, residing in Am Yisrael, in Bnei Yisrael back then, but it's a continued Shekhinah that we have today as well. In our Kanisas and our Beit HaMikdash will be rebuilt very soon, Be'ezras Hashem. And at the end of the parasha, there's a very unique, or middle of the parasha, there's a unique scenario where Betzalel constructed everything and they're building everything now. And the Torah tells us, Vayaviu et Mishkan el Moshe. They brought the Mishkan, the tabernacle, to Moshe, et ha'oel et kol kelav, kerasav, kerashav, verichav, ve'amudav, ve'adanav. The tent, the utensils, its hooks, its planks, its bars, its pillars, its sockets, everything they brought to Moshe. Now, why? Why did they have to bring it to Moshe? So Rashi explains something very, very marvelous, that Shelo ayu yachulim la'akimo. Rashi says they had to bring the Mishkan to Moshe Rabbenu because they weren't able to la'akim, to assemble it, to lift it up, to make it ready. And he adds, why? Ufi shelo asa Moshe shum melacha b'Mishkan. Because Moshe Rabbeinu didn't partake in any of the construction of the Mishkan, therefore Hashem allowed and enabled Moshe as part, or the final hammer, or the final person that enables it to stand upright, to make it stand and finalize its construction. He was the person that did the ending part, the hakamato. שלא היה יכול להקימו שום אדם מחמת כובד הקרשים שאין כוח באדם לזקפן ומשה העמידו. Rashi tells us why. Because no other human, no person was capable of lifting this Mishkan. It was too heavy. The Mishkan was too heavy. Except for Moshe. Moshe was the one that raised it. אמר משה לפני הקדוש ברוך הוא איך אפשר להקמתו על ידי אדם. Moshe says, Hashem, what are you telling me? You're telling me to go do it. I can't lift it. No one can lift such a construction. In a moment I'll define the size of it, but what are you asking from me? I can't do it. Hashem tells him, Amar lo, asok ata biyadecha, v'nir'eh kemekimo, ve'u nizkaf v'kame elav. You do the effort, put the work into it, and it'll rise, it'll be built on its own, it'll be finalized on its own, and everyone will assume that you are the one that lifted it and did the final step of the construction. That's why if you look later on in the Torah, it says Hukam HaMishkan, that it was built by itself and not that the Moshe made it, Hakim is the Moshe, but you can be Mekayem, you medayek from that language, Hukam Me'elav, that it was built on its own. This is the Midrash of Rabbi Tanchuma. Now, just to go in detail of how big this structure was, very brief math. What was the weight of each keresh, of each what do we call it? Each wood, thank you, each wood plank that the Mishkan was supported by. That each one was 1 amah by an amah and a half, so meaning 48 centimeters by 72 centimeters, and the height was 9 amot by tesha amot, which is like 4.5 meters. So this comes out in cubic centimeters, 1.5 million cubic centimeters. That was the size of one of the planks, one pillar. Now, what's a cubic centimeter in grams? So anywhere between wood, 1 gram of wood is around half a gram. A cubic centimeter of wood is around half a gram to 1 gram of in weight. So now you do the math. How much does that come out to? It's mishkal ha'etz na ben chatzi gram legram. Okay, good. So very good. So therefore, it comes out to around 3/4 of a ton. Each keresh is built out to 3/4 of a ton. Now that's not it. We know that they were also gold plated with a few finger breadths of gold. So add in that extra weight. They go through the calculation here. We don't have to go through the math now. You're talking about close to 3 tons in weight of each keresh of the planks. So now Moshe Rabbeinu's question makes a lot more sense. How on earth was he supposed to do it? What's the Torah at all asking? And the answer is something very powerful that is through the Midrash explains the conversation between Hashem and Moshe. The Midrash says, Asok ata biyadecha. Hashem tells Moshe that what do you have to do? I know you're not going to be able to lift it. I know you can't carry it. It's very heavy, it's extremely heavy. But what? You just start the work. You deal with it with your hands. You go near it and put the effort into it. And what happened? On its own, it was lifted. Hashem is telling Moshe Rabbeinu, all you have to do is put the effort in, even when it's impossible, physically impossible for someone to lift a 3-ton plank. All you have to do is put the effort in, and it'll be done. And the idea that Torah is alluding to here is the beginning is all that matters. When we have opportunity in life to make the decision, if we want to do something right, or something that is incorrect, all we have to do is, even if the correct path seems impossible, seems with many obstacles, seems like we're up against the wall, we just have to start, and Hashem will help. We just have to take the step forward. Habali taher, someone who comes to become pure, Hashem will help him become pure. The path that someone wants to walk in, Hashem guides and enables him to encroach and go in that path. And we know the famous Midrash that when a baby is born, when anyone is born, they're always born with their hands closed. They're always taking, as if they're taking, give me, I need more. But after 120, anytime someone passes away, their hands are always open. The idea is that their hands are open, they're not taking anything with them. They came to this world, give me, and then when they leave with their hands open. Even socks on their feet, they don't take with them to the Olam Haba. What do they take with them? They take with them the Torah, the mitzvot, the ma'asim tovim, the chesed. And Baruch Hashem, baby has many, many wonderful role models in his family. Many, many great shoes to fill. We have the kings of kings in chesed. We have the kings and kings of tzedakah. We have the kings and kings of giving back to the community with their time, with their efforts, with building minyanim, building different areas for our community to gather. So Baruch Hashem, I know he has the right role models and he has the right people to look up to. We give him a bracha that tomorrow he's going to enter into the Brit. He'll have the Brit Milah. It should go with ease and healthy, Be'ezrat Hashem. And he begins this journey of slowly I have to understand that my hand has to be open. That I don't take. Everything I do is to give. We have to make Kiddush Hashem. We have to sanctify Hashem's name. We have to make this place a better world. Taking is meaningless because after 120, he won't keep it. The only thing he can take with himself is the mitzvot, is the chesed, is the ma'asim tovim, is the tzedakah, or the good deeds that he does, and we give him a bracha right now, that from this night, the Erev, his Brit Milah, until Mea Ve'esrim, when he's looking at his entire family and all of his descendants and grandchildren and great-grandchildren, Bezrat Hashem, that he'll be able to say that I succeeded in leaving this world with my hand open and giving everything to everyone. The idea of beginnings are important. Start small, take that step forward. Hashem will help. We see from Moshe Rabbenu, and Bezrat Hashem, our baby boy, will learn this lesson and live by it his entire life. Just take that step. Start with something small. Hashem will help him in all of his endeavors. Thank you so much.